guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Carol and the name of my channel is My Blessed Nest. Today I'll be participating in the Back to School DIY challenge hosted by Heidi Sonboul DIY. Make sure to check out my description box where I'll have the whole playlist linked as well as Heidi Sonboul's channel. Be sure to check out Heidi's channel and also watch the playlist for more back to school inspiration. Today I'm going to be making a Pinterest inspired back to school pencil holder. I'll insert a picture of it here so you can see my inspiration. Are you ready to see how I make it happen? Then let's get started.
Hi, we're out in the shop today. I'm getting set up to cut a pencil for a craft for Carol. I built a jig here to make it easy to do the angle cuts so it's very repeatable. I'm going to cut the one angle, flip the board over, cut the other angle, and then I'm going to take the jig off and make a square cut to cut the pencil to length.
I'm definitely not the woodworker, so I hope that made sense.
Here we go.
What are you doing now?
I'm taking the jig off so I can make adjustments to the saw to cut the square end.
That's pretty cool. You've got your shop vac hooked up there to catch the dust, huh?
Yes, I do. Okay, so I have my mark on here already, so I'm going to turn the vac back on and make my other cut.
Can you show us what you have so far? There's my pencil. Okay.
There you have it. So now I have my drill set up with my spade bit to make holes in the pencil to store pens, pencils, scissors, whatever you want. I'm going to make 3 holes, and then I'm going to use a smaller spade bit to cut a series of overlapping holes that I'll clean up with a chisel, and it'll actually be a slot that you can store a pad of Post-it notes in.
Yay, my favorite. Besides you, of course, honey.
Of course. Be like that, and then there'll be 3 of them, and then I'll make a slot here with overlapping holes with the smaller bit.
Awesome. Thanks, baby.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now we're back in my craft room and I'm ready to get started. So the first thing I did was take a ruler and measure off where I wanted the different colors to be painted on my pencil. I think I made it a little bit harder than I needed to because I started off by marking off all 4 sides, but really there was no reason to mark off the bottom. So just mark off the 3 sides that are going to show. And just make your lines and make sure that they all connect from the 3 sides along in a row. Otherwise it's going to be crooked. So I'm not good at that kind of thing, but I took my time and used my eraser a lot, and I finally got it to where I felt confident that it was going to look good. Next, I used painter's tape and taped off the tip so that it would be easier to paint since it was on an angle there. And boy, that was fun putting that tape on. That's not my thing either, but I took my time again and it all worked out good, and you'll see when I take off the tape if there was any bleed through or not. Now for the fun part, I'm ready to paint. The first color I used was Princess Pink, and I needed to add a little bit of white to it to get the color that I wanted for the eraser. I got these little paint palettes at the Dollar Tree. You get 6 of them for $1, and I absolutely love them. Next, I just used a matte white to mix in with it to tone it down a little. I just kept adding the white until I got the desired color, and then I started in on painting in the lines and painted my eraser. Next, I started to paint the area under the eraser white because that's what my Pinterest picture showed, and you'll see I did change my mind and decide I wanted it to look silver. Here I moved on to the yellow part of the pencil, giving that white a chance to dry so I could go over it with the gray. And the color that I'm using is just called yellow. I wanted to tone it down like I did the pink, so I just used some matte white until I got the desired color. I ended up having to put 3 coats of the yellow on to cover the wood. If you're enjoying this video, why not consider subscribing? Push that subscribe button right now and hit the bell so you'll get notifications of all future videos. I'm ready to change that white into the silvery look. So I took some pewter gray and mixed it with a little bit of white, and then I covered over the white. If I had silver, I would have used silver. Next, I'm taking a matte black paint and painting just the tip of the pencil. Let's peel off that tape and see if I had any bleed through or if I got a perfect line. Ooh, so far so good. My lines were perfect. I was so happy there was no bleed through. The last color I'll be using today is the burnt umber, and I'm going to take and mix that with a little bit of water, and it makes it like a stain. So that's a little tip you can use in any of your projects when you don't want the hassle of using stain. So just mix it until you get the desired consistency and color, and I always like to test it on a piece of scrap paper to see what it's going to look like. Thanks for sticking with me till the end. Here's my finished project. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm ready for school. Are you? Make sure to come back on Sunday where I'll be participating in the DIY Useful Challenge hosted by Mom Das Handmade. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll link that below. If you enjoyed my content, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.